Welcome to the Explainer. All right, let's just dive right into this because the 2026 FIFA World Cup has just entered its absolute most thrilling, nail-biting phase, the historic round of 32. If you've been following the tournament so far, you know the group stages were just a total roller coaster of emotions. But what we're looking at right now, it's an entirely different beast. We're going to unpack exactly what makes this stage so incredibly intense, how this brand new format has totally changed the game, and why the whole world is basically glued to their screens watching this drama unfold.
No second chances. One defeat means elimination. Just let that sink in for a second. We are officially in the unforgiving, do-or-die phase of the tournament. You know those safety nets we had in the group stage? Yeah, they're completely gone. You can't just play for a safe draw anymore, and you definitely can't rely on the results of other matches to bail you out. A single loss, and you're packing your bags. But a victory, well, your dream of lifting that iconic trophy stays alive for at least a few more days. Before we get into the brutal, sudden death mechanics of how these specific matches actually play out, let's step back a bit and look at the big picture of why this 2026 tournament is shattering records.
Section 1. A historic World Cup. The biggest tournament in football history.
48. For the first time ever, the FIFA World Cup expanded to feature 48 participating national teams from all over the globe. I mean, this is a colossal leap. It fundamentally changes the entire scale of the tournament, opening the door for way more countries to compete on football's grandest stage. And for us fans, it means we get way more knockout football to experience.
So, we've moved away from the traditional 32-team single-host format we all grew up with and stepped into this massive 2026 reality. 48 teams sprawling across 3 host nations, the US, Canada, and Mexico. This huge triple hosting setup and the expanded roster isn't just some logistical marvel. It's the exact reason we now have this completely new high-stakes layer to the tournament. It forces a much longer, way more treacherous path to the final, which brings us directly to Section 2, the sudden death stage. Welcome to the round of 32.
This is literally the very first time we've ever seen a round of 32 at a World Cup. That's 16 extra, completely decisive matches where 32 teams are fighting for survival. Like I mentioned earlier, the group stage safety nets are gone. In the groups, you could stumble, drop a few points, and still mathematically scrape by. Not here. There is absolutely zero room for error. It's totally binary now. Win or go home.
Just think about the physical toll this extra round demands from the players. If these incredibly tight matches are deadlocked after the standard 90 minutes, these guys are pushed to the absolute brink for another 30 grueling minutes of extra time. And if there's still no winner after 120 total minutes of running, we arrive at the ultimate test of nerve, the penalty shootout. It is absolutely heart-stopping television, and it's the exact mechanism that creates lifelong legends or, breaks the hearts of entire nations.
Section 3, matches, stars, and underdogs. The human element. Take a look at some of these headline collisions we've pulled from the tournament data. We've got traditional powerhouses like Brazil, England, and Spain colliding head-on with emerging forces like Japan, DR Congo, and Austria. Think about the sheer weight on the shoulders of the superstars representing those massive footballing nations. The pressure on them to deliver match-winning performances is just suffocating. Every single pass, every save, it all matters. But then for the players from Cape Verde or DR Congo, man, this is the chance of a lifetime. This is their moment to become overnight heroes. Just one decisive goal against a giant, and their lives and the sporting history of their countries are changed forever.
Which leads us to the single greatest word in sports, unpredictable. Underdog teams defeat tournament favorites. It happens. It's the beautiful, chaotic unpredictability of knockout football. When you're in the round of 32, one brilliant tactical adjustment by a coach, one perfectly timed substitution, or honestly, just a singular moment of individual brilliance can completely flip the script and send a giant packing. That constant, looming threat of an incredible upset is exactly why we, as viewers, literally cannot look away.
Section 4. The global fan frenzy. Millions watching worldwide.
The digital footprint of this round of 32 is truly staggering. I mean, the 2026 World Cup has basically taken over the internet. Fans and content creators are just flooding platforms with YouTube highlight and reaction videos. We're seeing these intense, granular, tactical breakdowns and match reviews popping up literally hours after the final whistle. Plus, there are endless debates over controversial refereeing decisions, because remember, in a knockout match, one single penalty call can change history. Then you've got the viral reactions to those dramatic goals and nail-biting penalty shootouts we talked about, alongside global player ratings trending in real time.
It's this massive, high-energy global conversation that just amplifies the on-pitch drama 1,000 times over.
Section 5. The Road to Glory. What happens next?
For the victors, advancing to the round of 16 is really just the beginning. Survive that, and you've made it to the quarterfinals. Then, the pressure reaches an absolute boiling point in the semifinals, all leading up to the ultimate prize, the World Cup final. Every single step forward just pits you against stronger, more resilient opponents. The path is grueling, and the margin for error shrinks with every passing minute. Basically, the higher you climb, the thinner the air gets.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. In a massive, historic tournament of 48 nations, where one single mistake sends you packing, who's actually going to survive? The round of 32 is where the true knockout drama really begins. Every victory brings a team one massive step closer to becoming a world champion, and every single defeat is the end of an era. Thanks so much for walking through this explainer with me. Keep your eyes on the pitch because football history is being written right now, one sudden death match at a time. I'll catch you next time.